Google Classroom, I've made this example class for you so that we can do a bunch of stuff and I don't divulge any personal student information to you accidentally. So once you make your class, you can click on it on your homepage of Classroom and it will pop up and look something like this. And then you can do all kinds of fun things. You can make a theme happen, and they have lots of choices. Let's see, I like this pink one. You can also upload your own photo. If you want to use something like Canva, you can make your own header for Google Classroom as well. So the first thing I think you should do when you make your classroom is go up here to the settings, and you can edit or add to your class details here. I usually just put the class name because my students know what class they're in already and they don't really need a room number or anything. Your class code is really important because your students can join the class by using this code. If it gets weird or something happens, you can always reset it, or you can stop anyone from joining the class by disabling it. If you click on display, it's going to pop up really big. So if you have students with devices in class, you could put this up on your screen so they can see it very clearly. Okay, now this depends on the age of student that you are teaching and working with. Students can post and comment. I teach middle school and I do a college course with Google Classroom. So those are different settings for me. For middle schoolers, I put that only teachers can post or comment, or that students can only comment. And just depending on the class, sometimes I have kids who post really relevant and awesome information. So, but if you're having an issue, know that you can always turn them off if you want. Classwork on the stream. I like condensed notifications for this because then my stream can look a little more concise. I'll show you what the stream is in a second. Or you can have all the details up here. Guardian summaries, this would be for students in middle or high school or elementary. If they have attached their parent or guardian's email, then you can also be in contact with them, and their guardians, you can grant them access to see the student's work, their own student's work. Okay, then down here, this is really important. Your grade calculation. If, and in many cases in band class, I'm using this as like a resource, and sometimes I collect recordings on it from my students. I have them submit things, but they get their grade in other ways from this, so I don't always put an overall grade. You can also choose, if you're doing all of your grading from Google Classroom, you can choose total points or weighted by category. If you click on Learn More, it'll tell you a little bit more. And then you can choose to display this to students or not. You can also add categories. You could add plain test, you could add music theory assignment, whatever, and have grade categories for that. Make it match your grade book. If your school district connects Google Classroom in your grade book, you're so lucky, by the way, then that you can just make it all the same. Okay, talked about our class code. There's another way to add students to your class. Click on People, and then you can add additional teachers who can add information, see student grades, see all the student work. And then you can add students this way by inviting them. I'm not going to click on it because I don't want a bunch of email addresses to pop up, but you can add them by their email address that is attached to their Google for Education account, so probably their school district email address. Okay, this is the stream, and this is like the home page of your classroom. You can do an announcement. And you can add it for all of your students, or once students are in your class, you can just send it to some of them. If I have a cool bassoon video, I only want to share it with my bassoonist, then I only select my bassoon students to receive that on their stream. You can also add an announcement to multiple classes. So if I'm adding a concert flyer, for example, and all of my students need the flyer, then I'll just go to one class, do the flyer, add it as an attachment, and you can add it from Drive, all of these things. And then I will just click on all the classes who need to see it. And I only have to do the post one time. Now I can post this now, or I can schedule it for another time. Maybe I want this to post on the 19th. And then as a teacher, you'll see your saved announcements up here. and the students won't. This allows you to kind of batch things all at once. So if every month you want to plan out all of your stuff, and then just know that it's automatically going to go out, that's a really easy thing to do. Okay, last thing I'm going to show you. This could seriously, we could go over Google Classroom for a long time. Let's look at some assignments here. And you'll see Google Calendar and Class Drive folder. When you create a new class, it's going to make a new calendar for you in your Google Calendar for each class. So you will see that class's due dates on there unless you uncheck the box. Check out my Google Calendar video if you want more information about the boxes. It'll also give you a Class Drive folder where all of the student work will go, and you can add files there that students can access. Okay, so I'm going to create an assignment. First, I'm going to show you a question, and it'll kind of prompt you through some things. If I add this question, and then I can make a multiple choice or short answer, I'm gonna do short answer. And you can pick your due date over here. And then I like having a little bit of a discussion on Google Classroom so that kids are involved a little bit more, so students can reply to each other. And then they're all going to see everybody else's ice cream flavor, and they can comment on each other's or whatever. Sometimes I require them to comment on at least 2 others so that it becomes more of a discussion kind of a deal. Okay, you can also do, you can add just like a document for them to do. A regular assignment, you can have them upload something. My instructions would be to upload a PDF of something. And then from the student side, when they're looking at the assignment, over here there's going to be a button that says add or create, and that's where they can upload a document that they have saved on their computer, or they can add it from their Google Drive if they've made it there. And then add or create, it will say, like, do you want to make a document? And so they can click on that, and then that will get uploaded to you. Okay, finally, you can do a quiz assignment, and this is going to take you to Google Forms. So it's creating a blank quiz for me right now, and check out my Google Forms video, and you'll see how you can make a self-grading quiz, and it like just makes your life so easy. So this already is linked to this assignment, and so the grade that they get in this quiz is going to automatically go into Google Classroom. Now you get to review it before students see it, but how cool is that? All right, have some fun with Google Classroom.